Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. And okay. So Murchana, did you get the video
No,
of
ma'am.
yesterday? You didn't get?
No, ma'am.
Okay, they told me that they will provide you by today. Okay, I'll talk with sir about it. Okay. So the rest of the people, I had given you homework. Okay, did you guys do it?
No, ma'am. We have not completed yet.
You have not completed. Like, will you be able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
You will be okay. So this is something that and guys, like, did someone leave or what?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Janmoni leave.
She left. Okay. So if you guys are having network problem, then you can say it in the group. Okay, because your attendance will be taken. Okay. So if any other reason, then you have to just give answer in the group. Why are you absent or like that? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So according to your since you guys don't have the book, you won't have the idea. But I have completed the first chapter. Okay. So why am I repeating this first chapter, or I'm repeating the topics again and again? Because without understanding this chapter, you guys won't be able to go through the next chapter, because this is the base foundation. Okay. So this is very necessary that you guys should know about the chapter. Okay. So today I'll just give a summary of the first chapter and discuss the textual questions with you. Yesterday I have sent you a PDF. Did you guys write it down or just go through it? Did you guys go through the PDF? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am. We have written.
Yes, ma'am.
They have written down to. Very good. Okay, so this because maybe in online class you guys, because of network issues, you are not able to listen to the entire class. These notes are definitely going to help you. Okay, once you get the books, these notes will definitely help you more. Okay. So after this class, in the next class, I'll start with political science, and I really hope that by that time you guys should get your history and political science both books. Okay. So I'll just start off with the summary. Okay, in the last, I have taken 3 classes of you people. So in 3 classes I have just completed the chapter. So in the first class I have told you about dates, shifting of states, periodization, and again I taught you colonization. I'm just going to give you a small summary on that. And after this, please today be more attentive. Just listen it like a story. I'm going to narrate it to you guys like a story. Understand it like a story. Write it down like a story in your homework. Okay. Once you write it down, like after hearing whatever I have told you guys as a homework, after that, do one thing. Take after completing it, writing it in a notebook, just click the picture of your homework and then send it to my personal number. Okay, so where will you get my number? In the group I send you the PDF, right? So that is my number. Just save it, and then you guys can send me the pictures of your homework. I'll check it and I'll come to know like how much you guys are able to understand. Okay, so this will be helpful for you. Please don't get scared, or don't feel like if we don't know, ma'am will insult us or anything. No, there's nothing like that. Like, we will learn together, we will grow together. Okay. So I'll just share my screen and I'll just show you some topics. Write it down. Okay. And then in according to those topics, just write the summary like I will tell you. Okay, everyone?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
ma'am, I write the summary.
you wrote it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, if you have done it, then you just send it to me. Okay, today.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
And the rest of you, by around from after 2 days you can send it. Okay. So I'll just start sharing my screen. Just wait for a few seconds. Okay. Okay, I'm not able to share it again. Okay, now can you see the screen? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Okay, so this is just one slide I made today. Okay, now see how, when, and where. This is your chapter name. So just listen it nicely. Okay, so in your copy, just note down these points. Okay, and your homework is, according to this summary, according to these points, write the story. Okay, now before doing that, I'm going to help you. I'm going to explain you in this class. After this class, I'm quite sure that you will be able to do it. Okay, so let's start. So the chapter how, when, and where. As I told you, this chapter is very important because this is the foundation for the upcoming chapters of history. Okay, this is like a story. Without understanding chapter 1, no chapter 2. Okay, so how, when, and where. Just like in your home, like yesterday, I think you guys know about the earthquake. Many house there came many cracks, and like in all over Assam, like you know that there are many bad things happened, right? Many people's house broke down. So just like that, if the foundation is not strong, the house goes down during any calamity. Just like that, if you in history, if you don't know like the foundation, this is like how, when, and where, you will not be able to understand history or write history, especially for your boards. Okay, class 8, 9, 10 are all related, so please be attentive. Okay, so I said just like the foundation, just like these pillars is how, when, and where. Now if we talk about history, you will ask me for, if we talk about history of Assam. Okay, so now first thing is like, how do we come to know about the history of Assam? So this how question comes. Okay, if anything, like when did like you can ask another question like this, coming of the Assam rulers, when did they come? Okay, or from where did they come? Both these questions are coming. So this is how we use these three questions to construct history, and this is your first chapter. Okay, so in this question, dates, like how studying of dates started, when did it start, and where did it start. So I told you about importance of dates in the first class itself. It is not necessary to study every date. Okay, in your personal life, what kind of dates are important? In your personal life, your birthdays of your loved ones, your parents, your friends. Okay, such dates you usually remember it. Okay, and there are many dates that you remember. Like that in history, if we talk that, okay, students, you need to remember these dates. What are those dates? Obviously, Independence Day, Republic Day. These are the dates that you definitely need to remember. But just like in the first day, I gave you the example of tea. Can you remember the date, or can you say the exact date when was tea produced? No, you cannot, because this was a process. This never happened on a single day. Like similarly, in book also you have this question that, sorry, that if I ask you guys, when did you started growing? Tell me the exact date. You cannot, because you have been growing from the last 10 years. I hope probably you guys are now maybe 13 or 14, okay, 15, 13, 14, most of probably. So you are growing up still now. There is no particular date that you can say, Madam, I've grown up today. No, this is a process. So there are many things in history like that which occurred as a process. Okay, yesterday I told you about Britishers colonizing us. That is also a process. It didn't happen on a single day. They slowly came, they slowly defeated our rulers, they slowly administered us, they slowly controlled us. There is no particular date. Okay, so now you understand the importance of dates. Okay, now let's move to the next topic, shift in the pattern to study dates. Now, who is a historian? A person who studies history is called a historian. Because of the historians, we are able to know about history. Now, whatever the history book I have, or you are going to have, or you had in your previous classes, now all these books, you can say that are written by the famous historians. Okay, one of them famous ones are like, you can say, there are many. Okay, like the students who prepare for UPSC, they usually study books of these historians. Okay, so this is important. These are the historians who study history, and they help us to know about history. Okay, now you know about who is a historian. Now let's compare the historians of present day and the historians of earlier days. Earlier days means the historians when your father and mother were small or your grandparents were small, of early days and present days. Let us just compare it, okay? So let's talk about the earlier day historians. So the earlier day historians, they used to concentrate on the precise dates. Now what precise dates? Okay, so let's take a particular topic. For example, okay, any of you tell me a name of a king. Any name of a king you guys know? Anyone? Come on, quick. A name of a king, any king.
Rani Lakshmibai.
Okay, very good. Rani Lakshmibai. Okay, so let's take Rani Lakshmibai. Okay, so what did earlier historians do? Now, these earlier historians, what they'll do, they will study when did Rani Lakshmibai was born, when she was born, when did she start ruling? Okay, when did her husband die? When did she die? How many kids she had? They'll just concentrate on this. What they will do, they will see this, they'll only concentrate on those dates. Okay, but they will not study like what was the effect of in the society when Rani Lakshmibai was ruling. Okay, Rani Lakshmibai, she was a queen, right? And she was a famous freedom fighter too. So when this Rani Lakshmibai, she was ruling, now those time, these earlier historians, now they will only and only concentrate upon they'll concentrate upon the dates of when this Rani Lakshmibai started ruling, when did she die. Okay, they won't study like, okay, what was the effect in the society when Rani Lakshmibai was ruling? Were the farmers happy? Was she giving equal importance to everyone? Was the market economy good? Okay, they don't concentrate on that. But slowly this thing has changed. Now our present day historians, what do they study? They study what was the effect in the society, how was the society during this time. Okay, so this thing help us to know more about our past. Okay, because now you guys are like, for example, I don't know what religion you are, but maybe some of you are Hindus, Muslim, Christian, anyone. Okay, so you know about your culture. Okay, but if nobody studied about it, if nobody cared to tell you about your culture or about you, like what is the culture of Assamese, if no one taught you, like the Bihu is celebrated that way, it is the importance of Bihu, if no one told you or this thing was not being studied, then you guys won't know about it. It is important to know your culture. It is important to know about the past because it helps us in the present. So similarly, now these historians, present day historians, are concentrating on more things, on more aspects of society, every aspect, not only when the king or queen was born or when did they die. From like living that, they will also study like how did they administer us, how did they treat the janta, okay, and what were the rules being made. So this kind of things they will concentrate on that. So this is the difference between these older historians and new historians. So this way there came a shift, there came change, right? So the pattern to study changed. So this topic is all about shift in the pattern to study dates. So I hope you guys understood. Any doubt in these two topic? Any? You can ask me. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me. Your voice is not audible.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can you explain me the topic number 2?
Topic number 2. This one. Shift in the pattern to study dates.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I'll explain it once again. Okay. So shift in the pattern to study date. What this sentence means, it means that there came a change in a way that the historians studied history. Okay. So what does shift in the pattern mean? Now, I don't know whether you guys are aware or not, even in the CBSE curriculum also, there came a change in the way you guys will study, or a change in the way that we teachers will teach you. This is called shift or change in the pattern. Okay. What is pattern exactly? Pattern is the way that we follow. Okay. Now, what is it that now there came a change in the pattern to study dates. So I told you that there are two kinds of historian: older historian, new historian. Now, who are old historian? Now, these are those historians or the person who studied history during older times, during the time when your parents were small like you now. Okay, they were small, or even your grandparents were small, or they were teenagers. Okay, during that time, that older time historians. And the other historian is new historian, or like you can say the historians who study history now. Okay, so now there are two kind of historians. Make it in mind: one older historian, new historian. Now there are two kinds of historian. So these older historians, now I told you this, someone just gave me the name of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, now what this older historian will do, they will study Rani Lakshmi Bai only the dates. They will only concentrate on the dates: the day when Rani Lakshmi Bai was born, okay, the day when she died, how many kids she had. Okay, they will concentrate on that. But what will the new historians do? They will also study, okay, so when Rani Lakshmi Bai was in power, how did she rule our country? How did she rule that area? Were the farmers, or you can say, were the people satisfied with her? What was her effect in the society? What were the rules she made? They will also concentrate on that. They will also study about the people that were under her during her reign, when she was in power. So you can see the difference, right? They will only concentrate on her life. But these new historians, they will also concentrate on the way she ruled. So there is a complete difference in the way that they study history. So this is the shift in pattern to study dates now. Okay, now like even we as a student, what will we study now? We will not only study that when Rani Lakshmi Bai was born, but apart from that, we will also study that, okay, so in this particular time, did Rani Lakshmi Bai, in particular time, did Rani Lakshmi Bai rule well? Like what was the condition of the people that were ruled during the time of Rani Lakshmi Bai? So there is a difference. Okay, so this is called change or shift in the pattern to study dates. Shift in the pattern to study dates by the older historian to new historian. So did you understand now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
let's move to the next topic, that is periodization. I remember explaining it to you like 2 times, but again I'll show you one slide so that I can help you. Okay, wait, I think it was here. Yeah, wait. Okay, yeah, see, periodization. What I told you, what is meant by periodization? Periodization means division of time according to the similar characteristics. Okay, now why are you people in class 8? Because you guys have, all of you have passed class 7. You have knowledge about that, about till that time, like till the syllabus that has been given. You have passed the exam, and that's why you guys have been promoted to class 8. Why? Because all of you have this similar characteristic. You are qualified to be in class 8. You guys, all of you have the similar characteristic. Now a student of class 6 who have passed class 6 cannot be in class 8 because he does not qualify those things, right? You guys have this similar characteristic. That's why you guys are sitting together, having class together. Okay, so we have differentiated you from the rest of you guys in this context. Similarly, this is what happens in history. Okay, why this time? See, why this thing is referred as ancient or early India. Okay, why? I told you periodization is the division of time based on the similar characteristics. Okay, so in India, how we have differentiated it: ancient or early India, early medieval India, medieval, colonial, and modern India. I've told you it. Now, if you see here, you can see the people. These people, they are not wearing clothes like these people do. Okay, what is this? You can say these are some kind of leaves. Okay, big leaves of big trees. Okay, and also these are the what you can say, like a skin of animals like tigers, big animals. Okay, these are the skin. So they are wearing it. They are completely undeveloped, they are completely uncivilized. Okay, now this is the time when we started, like our human, we began to grow from being mere animals to being humans. Why are we different from animals? Because we can use our brain more as compared to they can do. See, today we have made such big buildings, roads. Now you're using laptop computers, or even mobile phones. Did any other animal able to do that? No, this is only us humans. So this is the time when human brain developed. See, they discovered fire, they know how to cook food now. Now see, they make this arrows. Okay, they make things to fight the wild animals, or even to fight among themselves. Now slowly they develop to being a group, a community. Okay, now they started begin to know about agriculture, farming. I told you, if there is no farming, we cannot be alive, because our ultimate goal to exist is obviously food. One day if you don't get food, you won't be able to survive, obviously, because like you will start starving, you will become sick. So ultimately our human existence is all because of food. Okay, so this is the time when they started. In this time, they only used to hunt animals. They will go and pluck fruits, vegetables, fruits from the trees. They don't know how to cultivate themselves, like they don't know how to do agriculture, how to do farming like we do now. So this is the time when they started to know how to do agriculture. Apart from that, they also began to understand the importance of rearing of animals. Now in villages, when you go there, you can see there are people who keep cow, goat in their home. Now because of these cows, we get milk. Because of this goat also we get milk, and also we eat also, right? So in this period, they understood this thing. Slowly, their mental thing is developing more. And then this period is known as ancient or early India. Now, this is early medieval India. Now, this is the time when kings emerged. Okay, before there were no kings because less population, right? Now, there are so many people. Now, people will do what they want, but this thing will lead to disturbance, right? Because, for example, if now there is no one ruling our country, or no one telling you what to do, you can do whatever you want, right? You can go and sit in the middle of a highway. No one can say you anything, because you will say मेरा मर्जी, मुझे जो करने का मन है मैं करूंगी या फिर मैं करूंगा. No one is there to tell you, because there's no one ruling us. But because of those rulers, or because of the government we have now, we have got restriction because of the rules that are imposed on us. So in this early medieval time, you can see this emergence of kings. Okay, in ancient time also there were kings, but from this particular time you can see that, okay, there were kings, there were so many communities. Before, it's not like this. You cannot say that Assam and like West Bengal, now there are different states, but states of a country, India, they all belong to India. But before it was not like that. Now West Bengal is a different country, Assam is a different country, and the kings there, they will fight among themselves. Okay, now who wins, he will take his territory. Now he will say, I am the king of your area. It's now only that we are as whole together as a country. So in this time you can see emergence of kings. Okay, they all belong to India, or they have originated from India. Okay, now when you see in this medieval time, you see here, this is medieval time. Now when you see him, now he is someone like who came from the outer area, or you can say who came from Central Asia. Now what are the countries in Central Asia? Iran, okay, and even this Turkey, Turkmenistan. So this, they are basically the Arabs. Okay, you can say the Arabs, the Turks. Okay, these people, they saw, wow, India, it's so rich. This place, this entire territory, it's so rich, it's full of resources. So they came here, they fought with these kings, they fought with these kings. Okay, they lost, and finally they became our rulers. And then When these people again they came to India, they saw that these people are weak, so they lost. They fought with them, they lost, and these Britishers, they ruled us. After this, what you can say, slowly freedom fighters, we Indians, we fought for our independence, we became together, and now at present we are modern India. So why is this time called ancient or early India? Because this thing, this period has similar characteristics. This period has similar characteristics. That's why it is termed like that. Okay, so you understand what is periodization now, everyone?
Yes,
Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good. Okay, very good, everyone. So this is how you have to write in your notebook, okay? Only you can write clearly this definition that I have given in this PDF also. I think you have written it down already. Go through it once again. You can see the definition that periodization is the division of time according to the characteristics of a particular time. I gave you the best example of why you guys are in class 8, why you guys are sitting together. See, I cannot come and sit in your class and study because I have already been qualified from that. I'll do something else. Now I am teaching you guys. Why? Because maybe I'm qualified for that. Okay. So this is the characteristic I possess. That's why I'm doing that. I cannot sit in your class because I don't possess the characteristics you have to qualify to sit in this class. Okay, that's why you guys are in class 7. Similarly, why this time is said as ancient or early India? Because all these things that happen have similar characteristics. Okay, so now periodization, in this date, one small thing that comes, that is about James Mill. Now, who is James Mill? James Mill was a Britisher. Okay, now this James Mill, he was a economist also, I think a philosopher also. Okay, so you don't need to concentrate on that. What you need to concentrate is what James Mill said. Now James Mill had periodized our India into Hindus, Muslims, and Christians. Now his periodization is not correct because during this time the rulers, they were not exactly Hindus. There were tribal rulers also. When these rulers came here in India, in medieval India, they were both Hindu and Muslim rulers. There was not like that in this time, there were only Muslim rulers. And even in colonial time in our country, there were both Hindus, Muslim, Christians, and even Buddhists, Jains. There were so many people. So whatever he divided, however he periodized is completely wrong. Okay, why? Because no particular ruler of any religion ruled India during a period. So his way of periodizing is wrong. Okay, so in exam you may get a question like I think it's in your PDF also. So the way that James Mill periodized our country, is it true or is it acceptable? Then what is the answer? No, it is not acceptable, because in any particular period, this our country wasn't ruled by a ruler of any particular religion. There were variations, both from both the rulers of Hindus, Muslim, Buddhist rulers also. Ashoka, he was a Hindu, but he later converted to Buddhist. So these are some interesting stories you will come to learn in like your upcoming chapters. Okay, maybe in your next class too, you will see how broken he was after the war, when so many people died and he could not resist it. Okay, there is a story like that, and he converted to Buddhist. Now he followed ahimsa, that he won't fight anymore. So these are some interesting stories you'll come to know. Okay, done with periodization. Can I move to next topic, everyone?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move to next topic. Okay. Okay, so we were here, right? So we done with periodization. So colonialism, I explained to you yesterday. So what is colonialism? I told you like there was a world map, right? Now imagine the world map. Now what you can see now, these Britishers, okay, the people from Britishers, they crossed all this way. Like, wait, I'll just help you with it, okay, for your better understanding. Yeah, see, yesterday I told you, no, from this is our country, India, and these Britishers all the way from here, they came to our country. Okay, for what reason they came? Can anyone tell me? Why did they come to India? Anyone?
Business.
Very good, like really very good. Okay, so they came in India for doing business, but what happened? They saw that okay, the rulers, those who are here, they are not concentrating on their defense system. Okay, defense, the military power. It's not that they are very like they are very careless, so they took the advantage of it. Kya kya buddhu bana diya, you can say. Okay, so they made them the fool, and what happened? They took their power, the chair that they said they took it, you can say like that. Okay, so what happened basically, that these people, now the Britishers who came all the way from west, they started ruling our country India. Okay, so what do you mean by colonization? When a country is conquered by another country, it basically means colonization. Okay, and what do you mean by colony? When a country is colonized by another country, that country becomes a colony of the country that is ruling. Okay, so India became a colony of Britishers. Okay, so we are done with colonization. Now, what are the effects of colonization? What happened what happened after Britishers started colonizing us? So this example I'm giving you again, that if I come to your home, and instead of your parents, I say that I am the head of the house, you guys have to follow my rules. Okay, there will come a change in your life, definitely. If I say, if I, for example, I come to your home and then I started ruling, or you can say I start giving orders, there will come changes. I say, okay, you cannot do the class, stop using your phone, you cannot eat your food. Such kind of things may come, changes may come in your life. Okay, similarly, when the Britishers, they started ruling us, instead of those rulers, instead of those you can say, instead of those Indian rulers, there came a change. What kind of changes? First, political changes, that they came, they brought their way of ruling. Our rulers ruled us in a different way. Now when they came, they started ruling in their own way. Okay, economic changes, they said you cannot grow crops like this, don't grow crops like dal and millets and all. Instead of that, also start growing cotton, indigo. Now what happened? When you grow this cotton and indigo, the fertility of the land becomes less. What is fertility? Now if the, like our Assam, our land is very fertile. Because of that, we produce tea leaves, chai patti, what we say, and even rice also. So many things grow, right? So if our land is not fertile, these things will not grow. Okay, so what happened? When, if we start growing this cotton and indigo, the fertility of the land becomes less. So what happened? Ultimately our farmers start going, this happens, what, like we going loss. Okay, fertility, land ka fertility khatam ho jayega, to kya hoga? What will happen? The other crops won't grow, we will starve. Chawal hi nahi ugega to kya khayenge? This is our staple food, right? So this is how changes came. Because of them, they started giving different rules, we had to follow it, or else we will die, they will kill us, they'll just punish us, no? So because of this, such changes came. Now social changes and cultural changes, Christianity came. Okay, we, with them, they brought this Christian. And like anyone from Don Bosco, like in previous school, anyone? No,
No, ma'am.
no, right?
No, ma'am.
So if you know about Don Bosco, now these people, the way they teach is very like similar to the Western countries. Okay, so what they do is like they are like, their form of teaching is a bit different. It's not bad, it's good, but this form of education was not ours. We basically did Gurukul way of education. What we used to do, we used to sit in the shade of a big banyan tree. Okay, and there used to be a teacher like Guru Dronacharya. There used to be this guru, or you can say this saint, who wear this orange color ka kapra, you know, and then everyone used to sit and listen to his teaching outside the, not in the classroom, outside the classroom. Being in the classroom, studying in the classroom is a concept which has been brought by the Britishers. Okay, so many changes came. See, now we speak English, you understand English, you speak English. How? English was never our language. What were our languages? Sanskrit, Hindi. But it's sad to see now, but we are weak in Hindi, and most of us don't know Sanskrit. okay, which is our language, but we are well aware of English. English is necessary to communicate with the rest of the world. Once you become engineers or anything like even IFS officers, you have to go in other countries and you have to communicate in English. Okay, so this is what they brought with them, and these are the what changes it came. So this is the effect of colonization. For example, if tomorrow China colonizes India, maybe we'll also learn Chinese. This can also happen, but don't worry, this won't happen. So like, did you understand colonization now?
Yes,
Can I move
ma'am.
to the- Okay, very good. Can I move to the next topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's see what's the next topic. Where was it? This. Okay, so official records. Before official records, let me give you a summary of what are sources. Sources are something which help us to study history. Okay, if I tell you, madam, if you ask me, madam, what is sources? There are different meanings according to different subjects. If I teach you geography, then according to geography, sources are something which help us to which will help us to do our regular things. Maybe for example, I think you learned your first chapter, resources, human resources, natural resources. Okay, I hope madam taught you that. So there are different meanings according to different subjects. But what is the meaning of sources in history? Now, these sources help us to understand about the past or about the history. Okay, so what is the best example I can tell you? That if I want to know about you people, like what is the history of all of you? How did they study in their previous school? When were you guys born? Or what are your hobbies? Or what do you like doing? Who are your good friends or close friends? Okay, if I want to know about this, I have to go to your previous school. I need to meet your parents. Then only I'll come to know about you guys, right? So your parents, your school, your friends are a source to me so that I can know about you. Okay, so similarly, if I want to know about Assam history, I will go to, first of all, me as a person, I'll go to Sivsagar, Upper Assam. I'll go and see that Ranghar, Talatal Ghar, Korenghar, Karenghar, I think, yeah. So I'll go to these places, and I'll also come to Nolbari, North Guwahati to see all the temples that are present there, or any old palaces, like palaces, you mahal, okay? Or maybe I'll go to understand the history, because in those temples I'll see so many beautiful arts or so many beautiful pictures drawn. From that I'll come to know, okay, so these people, the Assam people, earlier they used to eat this thing, they used to celebrate this way. Okay, so these are the sources available for me to understand the history of Assam. If I want to know the history of Rajasthan, definitely first I'll go to Rajasthan. I'll visit all the palaces. And I don't know whether you guys know or not, there's a famous haunted fort there where people say that once you go inside, you cannot come back. So definitely you would like to go there, right? Adventurous, if you are pretty adventurous. So to know the, like for people like us to know the history, we'll definitely go and see historical places, no, to know the history. Now these historical places are a source for me, you, and the historians, people who study history, to know about the past. Okay, like if you just remove that, what are the other things? The, for example, Rani, you guys have watched the movie Padmavati, right? So in the movie Padmavati, this Alauddin Khilji, in actually that movie is not that correct, okay? But according to history, this Alauddin Khilji had also a court member, okay, a person who wrote about him. Okay, now whatever he used to do, he used to write. Okay, and after he died, this thing, it just what happened, this thing just remained in the court, or you can say remain in the palace. Okay, so after like many years, thousand of years, now when we dug in that, when we go inside the palaces, or when we see that, then eventually those historians, they got this book. Now from this book they came to know about Alauddin Khilji. Okay, this is how they came to know what he did and what he did not. Okay, even in the, like in the movie, you can say that he is very cruel, he kills people every time, but he was a good ruler. He was not a good person maybe, but he was a good ruler. He did a lot for people. Okay, not everything good, but like most of the things were nice. Okay, so how I came to know about Alauddin Khilji, from like people narrating stories, Buddha Buddhi, like these older people, what they do, they narrate story. There was a king once upon a time. They tell stories like that. No, your grandparents might also have told you. And also from these books, the historians, they study. Okay, and then they write books for us, like the NCRT books or any reference book, especially the UPSC aspirants they follow. Okay, so now you understand what are sources, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So now let me tell you what are official records. Okay, so what are official records? Now, just like the older time kings, now the Britishers, they are ruling us. Okay, now there came a time when these Britishers started ruling us, but now we are ruling ourselves. So now if I want to know about the Britishers, like how did these Britishers they ruled us, if I want to know about it, okay, what will I do? First thing that I'll do is I'll go to a museum. Okay, so in India there are many museums where you will find the sources available to study about the time that gives us information about sorry, how these Britishers ruled us. Okay, so first thing is like how did they produce records? So what are records? I give you an example. This class is being recorded. Why? So that anyone who is not able to attend will get the video later. Okay, so beyond that, like just like we are doing now, these Britishers, when they started ruling us, they will make new rules. I told you, the older kings, the kings who ruled us after they were defeated, all the rules were changed. Obviously they'll change the rules. I'll come to your home, I'll change the rule for you guys. Okay, so when you go to hostel, there will be different rules. Okay, so all those rules, whatever they made, they wrote it down in a paper beautifully, not written by everyone, but written by particular kind of people called calligraphists. Now, who were calligraphists? These were the people who wrote extremely beautiful in cursive writing. If you see their writing, you won't be able to understand whether this page is written or printed. They write it so beautifully. So such kind of people wrote it in a piece of paper, and then these were piled up. ओके एक साथ जमा करते थे वो लोग और इसे एक सेपरेट रूम पे रख देते थे. ओके, इन अ सेपरेट रूम they keep all those laws they made, all those orders that were passed, or and even official letters. I told you, for example, now imagine eight of us, we are the rulers of India during British time. Okay, now I'll send you a letter that for example, I'll send a letter to Murchana, okay, and I'll tell her that, okay, madam, I want to change this rule. Okay, what is your reply? So she'll also write a letter back to me. Now, these letters were not thrown away. These letters were piled again together and then kept in that room. Now, what happened? This became records. You can just take it off one day, you can again read it. Okay, if I change, if the other ruler comes, he can go and he can check what I have wrote. And then he can say that this is not right. I'll again make a new rule. Okay, this was done by them for their benefits. Okay, to help themselves. But this thing has also helped us now to understand the history during the time of Britishers. Okay, now when we want to know about the British rule, we will definitely go back to those record rooms, which have become probably now museums. You can go there and you can see, okay, these Britishers, they made such rules for the people of India. We will come to know how did these people administer us? What does administer means? How did they rule us? What were the orders and rules made for the people of India? Okay, so now this is this official record topic understandable?
Yes,
Everyone?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So after that, what else is there? Survey. What is survey basically? I told you that survey is something that is done to understand about a particular place. Example of survey is census. What is census? It is done in the present time also. Okay, now some officers will go, basically now this duty is given to government teachers. Okay, most of the government teachers, they get this duty, maybe like not once in a year. There is a particular time period. Okay, so during that time period, there will be some people elected. They will go, for example, I am being elected. What I'll do, I'll go to a particular colony. Okay, I'll go in each and every person's home. I'll go to each and every family, and then I'll ask their name, their age, what are they doing, whether they are earning or whether they're students, how many girls are there, what is the literacy rate, up to how many class, or up to how many what till what education, what is the level of education they got. Such kinds of thing I'll note it down. So there will be many people doing this, so the entire India will be that there will be a census done in entire India. So they'll collect it together and they'll finally make the result. Now, what will this thing help us? This thing will help us to know about the population of India. What is our population? How many girls are there? How many like boys are there? Okay, like how many people are educated? How many people are working? Okay, or how many people are not working? How many old age people are there? So when you come to know about these things, you will know more about the country. Okay, now we all know that we Indians, we are lacking in education, especially women. Okay, women, girls, they don't get the quality education like boys do. Like we Northeasterns, we are much better, but the other parts of the country, especially like UP, Bihar, okay, these places, these are not good. They're not that good in providing education to their girl daughter, like to the girl child. Even the number population of girls are less, because girls are being killed once they're born, because they think that I think you know this thing, because they think girls are, you know, headache for their family. This is something you'll come to learn later on. Okay, you must be aware of these things. You can just search it up on Google today if you are interested to know. So this kind of things happen. So this is how you will come to know about the country. Okay, in our country, India, we are very much populated. We are the second most populous country in the world, and definitely the first populous country is China. And very soon we are going to cross it. Okay, so this is something about India, like which we come to know through this survey. You understand what is survey now? Okay, so after that, these Britishers during that time, they're so smart. See, they are so smart. From that time, they started doing the survey because they are new to the country. They don't know anything about the country. I come to rule to your home. Okay, I want to rule your family. Came to your home to rule you people. But what happened was that then I don't know anything about you guys. Okay, so how will I rule you? Right? Similarly, the Britishers, they were very smart. They knew it. So what did they do? They started surveying everything. They started seeing what is the population, what is the number of girls, boys, everything they did. And also they concentrated on how is our environment. Okay, how much land is fertile. Okay, how, for example, we know Assam is fertile. I think educated people all over the country, they know that Assam is fertile. Bihar is fertile, UP is fertile, North India, Northeast India is almost fertile. So these things the Britishers, they knew. Okay, so they'll say, let's start doing agriculture there. Let's start planting there. Let's start hunting animals there. For example, in our Assam, which animal is being hunted? It is rhinoceros, right? So they'll start hunting these animals. They'll just take out their horns and they'll sell it. How did they come to know these things exist? They too don't know. They came to our country. They don't know anything about the animals, but they did surveys. This is how they came to know about it. Okay, and this thing helped them to rule us in a better way. They know our weakness. Okay, they know our strength. They knew that we Indians, we were never united. Okay, we still fight in the name of religion. We still fight in the name of community. Okay, they knew this, and that's why they did this divide and rule. They let us fight between each other, and when we were busy fighting among ourselves, they ruled us. Okay, they captured us. So I hope you understood about survey, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's start now. That's the last topic. Okay, what official records do not tell. Okay, so I told you that what are these official records? The records that were produced by Britishers. Now, when you go to museum and when you study it, you will learn about, okay, how did these Britishers ruled us? What were the rules they made for us? But will you be able to know about the lives of the farmers, tribals, peasants, or even the life of the common businessmen? No, you won't be able to know about it. Why? Because the Britishers, they only wrote about themselves. If they made a rule, they will only say that this rule is beneficial for the people of India. But was it? No, not at all. The farmers were at loss. They were dying. They were unable to pay the tax. They were being tortured. Common people were not able to get education. Only the rich people were able to get education. Women were not able to get education. There was so much racism. What is racism? I told you that racism is something that the white people, their skin complexion is white, but what are we? Indians were basically brown. Okay, not everyone, but most of the Indians were brown. But what did they say? Being white is superior. Whoever is white, they are more superior. Now what this thing led to, now people started seeing themselves, we are brown, we are inferior, we have to become white. And this thing exists till now. That's why we have Fair and Lovely companies still going on, because this is the thinking that is in our mind, in our roots. That's why we still want to become white. We are not happy with our complexion. Okay, so like something apart from studying, I want you guys to know that do not bully anyone in your class or even anyone regarding their color. Okay, because this is their natural color. This is our natural color. Everyone must be proud of themselves. Okay, so this is something I'm saying in a personal matter. Okay, so apart from them, we don't come to know about the lives of the common people. Okay, we don't know about the common people. So now you'll ask me, ma'am, then how do we know about the common people? You said that they were like struggling, they were being killed, they were being tortured. How do we come to know about it? We have, okay, before that, tell me a name of a freedom fighter. Anyone?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, very good. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so let me help you. There are many freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh. Okay, recently we celebrated his, I think, birthday, most probably. And also we have Mahatma Gandhi, even Jawaharlal Nehru. And like there were many who gave their lives, okay, for us, to make us independent. So on that basis, we should make them proud, right? You guys should make them proud by studying nicely, by studying and becoming a resource for your country, and like giving back to your country, because see, they gave their lives for us, right? So now these freedom fighters, what they did was, now these freedom fighters, they fought for us. And also at the same time, those freedom fighters who were able to read and write, they used to write up they used to write their life history. If I write my life history, it is called autobiography of me. If you write my life history, then it will become a biography. So there are many autobiographies and biographies of freedom fighters, even of Mahatma Gandhi's too, APJ Abdul Kalam's too. He was not a freedom fighter. He was a very important person of our country. And I in first class itself, I told you guys to check on him. So if you haven't, please go and check today. Okay, because he is an icon for students. Okay, so apart from that, such many autobiographies and biographies are available. Okay, and once you go through it, you will know, okay, the lives of common people were not good. These Britishers, they were only concerned about themselves. They used to make our people work like, just like machines, and whatever the production happened, they'll take back to their country. Okay, and again, they're so smart, they'll bring it to our country, and we will buy the things that were manufactured in our country. We will think that this is imported from outside, and we will buy it in a more expensive price. Okay, that will be more expensive. So they made a fool out of us, right? They made us stupid, because now there was a great loss of Indian people. Okay, so the Indians, they were not respected. The Britishers, they just treated us like, they treated us in a very inhuman manner. Okay, there was so much of this violence around women too. Like women were to both assaulted by this Indian people also, and also by the Britishers. Okay, so these things happened, and how do we come to know about it? We come to know about the autobiographies and biographies of freedom fighters, as well as also from the newspapers that were published during that time. In newspapers also, there are so many news that are given, okay, that are given that today this many people were killed by the Britishers because they were protesting for their rights. Okay, now these newspapers are there, and also there were many poems written. Okay, poems were written. These poems, these poems, when you whoever is good in literary, they will understand that Indian people struggled a lot. Okay, and these freedom fighters fought for us and also gave their lives so that we Indians could lead an independent life, and also at the same time so that other people won't be able to rule our country again, just like Britishers did. Okay, now who are ruling us? We are ruling ourselves. So in the next class, I'll be teaching you about political science. I'll teaching you political science. Okay, so in political science, you will come to know that we are ruling ourselves. You know about election recently, like in Assam, there were elections held. Why? So that we can choose who we want to rule us. Okay, most probably, like there were like parties like BJP, Congress. Now who wants, like, I want Congress to win, I'll go and vote for Congress. Okay, so this is something that is happening now, but before it was not like that. These Britishers were the one who were ruling us. Okay, and they didn't think about us. Okay, so now you understand the records that are produced by Britishers do not tell us anything about the society of India during that period. Okay, so the chapter ends here. So you guys have understood the summary? Anything you want to ask, everyone? Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, in the last point, you can see
What, like, I'm not
in the
able
last
to
topic,
understand. In the last topic, yeah.
ma'am, you explain.
Oh my god, the voice is very bad. Okay, let me just start sharing it. Please message me. Please text, write it down. Yeah. Tell
Please
me.
explain the last topic.
You want me to explain like what official records do not tell, right? See,
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
okay, well, I told you that official records, Britishers produced official records. What are official records? Official records are those documents or those rules and orders written in paper, which are compiled together and kept in what you can say, and which are kept in separate rooms. Okay, record rooms, known as record rooms. Now, when you will go to those record rooms, which have now at present been converted to museums, you will go and see that, okay, this Britishers, whatever they wrote it, it won't tell you anything about the society of India during that period. You won't be able to understand the lives of, see, when there were Britishers, when there were Britishers, it was not like that there were no tribals or peasants there. There were there, right? But you cannot know by reading those official records. Okay, so how will we come to know about those, the lives of common people? How, what did I tell you? I told you that biographies, autobiographies, these things will help us. Okay, the news that were given in newspapers, this thing will help us to know about the lives of the common people at that time. Okay, so as I told you that these official records only tell us about how Britishers ruled us. What were the rules they made for us? We don't know that were these rule good or bad for the people of India. We don't know about it. When does a rule become good for us? When it is beneficial for us. when it makes helps us, nor it becomes a curse for us. Okay, now for example, we have our fundamental right, that is right to equality. We all are equal, no one is unequal. Okay, if somebody is disabled, he is also equal in the eyes of the law. But at that time, when the Britishers, they made such rules that the Indians, they were lower to the Britishers. They are ruling us, but we are lower to them. Why? Okay, they made such rules to dominate us. So this thing was not good for us. Okay, but when you just read the official records, you will not know that it was good or bad for us. When you will know that this order or law was good or bad for us, when you will read the newspapers of that time, or the biographies and autobiographies of freedom fighters. Okay, they will tell us that how did common people like fight to survive every day. Okay, how did they struggle to survive every day, because no law was made for their benefit. Okay, so now you understood that what official records do not tell us, and how will we come to know about the lives of common people, Murchana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understood now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the rest of you, I hope all of you understood. Do you
Yes,
do?
ma'am.
Okay, anyone, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good, very good. So last of all, I'll discuss some questions with you guys. Okay, so these are some textual questions. You can see, like, okay, I have given you whatever notes I have given you. These notes are given from inside the text. Okay, from inside the textbook. Now these are the textual questions. But if you guys have read whatever the PDF I have given, then definitely you will be able to solve it. Okay, so let me just discuss something. Most of the questions I have given to you. Okay, so I'll just write this, whatever these questions are there, I'll give you a PDF of answers on these questions too. Okay, so once you'll get it by evening after you finish your next maths class, okay, you'll get it in the group. Okay, so just tell me one thing, that did you guys note down that presentation I saw? I sent it to you, like I was showing in the class, right? That the topics that were there, did you guys write it down,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, very good. So what is your homework now on that topics? Just you need to write a summary. Okay, if the first topic is like dates, like, okay, shifting the pattern of studying dates, just write it down. Okay, so when do you have to submit the homework? You have to submit it by, like, what is today? It's Thursday, right? So Friday, Saturday. You can submit it on most probably Sunday morning. You can
Okay.
I'm giving you enough time. Okay, you don't need to cheat from your like Google, or ask your friends. No, write whatever you know. Okay, even if you are wrong, I'll help you with it. I'll correct you. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Just give your best. Okay, once you do your homework by Sunday before 12 p.m., do one thing: click a picture of your this one homework, okay, of that page, and send it to my personal number. Where will you get my number? In the group I sent PDF, right? That the number that comes there, it's my number. Okay, you just save it and you just send it to me by Sunday before 12 p.m. Okay, I hope everyone will give their homework. And who was the one who completed his homework? Someone told me in the class, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please you submit it by today. I'll check it. Okay. Okay, so I hope you understood the first chapter. I'll give you the notes on textual questions by the end of your second class. Okay, I hope you all understood the first chapter. Like everyone, okay? Okay, is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so shall I end the class? We'll meet again on Wednesday. We'll start political science. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's go. Okay.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Bye.